right. All right. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Bahashim Arachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, taught us the truth, and their elders. Honors and salutations to the elect, and to the men that died doing the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because they shall arise first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer, because he come and deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. My name is Maka Allah Ben Gad Ben Yasharala, the Church of Philadelphia camp, here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Once again, come back at you with another one. You know, as you see on the topic, it says suffering is a part of the game. Get used to it. All right? Because, yo, man, we're hated. All right? We are literally hated for doing the right thing. And you really think about it, look at a child, all right? Coming up in a society where they say snitches get stitches. And this, well, Yahweh Shah wasn't no snitch. He ain't say nothing on nobody. All he did was do everything correct, man, and according to prophecy, man. You know, he followed the way, all right? And he still was put to death. So no servant is greater than his master, man. And that time you're going to see just how much. Now you're going to see, we're in the times where you're going to see what's the real doctrine. You know, who was telling you the truth and everything. So you got the killer out. But yeah, you know, you're going to find out, you know, who was telling the truth and who wasn't telling the truth. All right, at the end of the day. And hey, say it like this, man. All the men that's enjoying themselves, partying it up, having a good time. As what's that song from Notorious B.I.G.? Bullshit and party and bullshit. You know, because right now you're partying, but everything you're doing is bullshit. All right, so yo, the Lord is going to check you on the things that you're doing. All right, and it's man, this time is coming real soon. All right, and like us, Lord's willing, like I said, we'd be a part of that number. You know, the Lord sups with us and keeps us and continues to keep us grounded because we need that, especially in these up and coming times, man. All right, so let's go here. We're gonna go to the Book of Acts. All right, chapter 5, and this is how serious this thing is. All right, a lot of men haven't suffered yet, man, and you could tell in their speech and the way that they conduct themselves, man. But you got your apostles, man. They've been through it. Our apostles, they've been through a lot, man, in this faith, and it's just to help us too, to show us, guide us. All right. Also, just the scriptures, period, man. You know, that's what they were written for. It was written 4 times for our learning and for our understanding. All right, so let's go here to Acts chapter 5. All right, which we're living, you know, right now. All right, but we're gonna go to. I feel let's start at verse. You know what? Cut. I'll start at verse 33. All right, so this is Acts chapter 5, verse 33. It says, when they heard that they were cut to the heart and took counsel. Yo, these people is crazy, man. Anyway. Yo, oh man. Yo, that's crazy. Salakia. I'm looking at the comments that these scoffers putting up here. Yo, they really angry, man. They're angry because, like, yo, what the hell? Anyway, let's go. I said, we're going to go to the book of Acts, chapter 5, Let's start at verse 33. It says, when they heard uh, that they were cut to the heart and took counsel to slay them. All right, so those men, they got cut to the heart, man. They took counsel, and this is the Acts. So you can read it for yourself. Acts the 5th chapter. Read the whole chapter. It's definitely a good good chapter to read. All right, let's get these scoffers out of here. Talk to the ones that it's meant for. All right, and check it out. And yeah, this is beautiful. This is all part of the suffering of Hamashiach, Yahushua Hamashiach, because he had to go through the same things. But anyway, it says verse 34 back in Acts chapter 5 and 34. It says, then stood there up one in the council of Pharisees, all right, named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, had in reputation, of the law, had in reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space. All right, so this man, all right, that we're reading about, he had he was up there, as you got men now that's up there in the doctrine, or not the doctrine, but they're Israelites, like the Pharisees, man. All right, but they're wicked scribes and Pharisees. So these are the wicked Pharisees speaking, because everything was coinciding or messing up their money. All right. So if you're about money, you can't serve the Lord of Mammon. All right, as the scriptures tell you. All right. No man can serve two masters. All right. No man can serve two masters, for either he'll love one or he'll hate the other. Okay. And the one that's serving two, your time is coming to an end, man. But hey, enjoy it. All right, let's keep going. It says, verse 35, it says, and said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. All right, so they was telling me, like, yo, man, you better be careful with what you do to these men, because at this point in time, they had already seen, Yahushua, basically put to death, but he came back, as he said. All right, and just everything that he said that he was going to do, through the spirit and power and mercy and grace of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Shem HaRachak, he did it, man. Hey, Magan, Shalom, bro. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Shem HaRachak, Barakatah. That's my bro right there, man. Love that brother. But yeah, man. So you gotta be careful, because and coming into these up and coming times, just because you see men out here, they look like, how they say, naggers. Them some naggers right there. Because of the way they dressed, the era they came up in, they came up in the rough era, man. The men of the Lord, all right? And the Lord is going to, hey, man, you got them. Check it out. We're just going to read about it, all right? But you're going to suffer a lot of, hey, man, you're going to suffer, man. It's all a part of the game, man. So don't think it's strange when you go through things, counting all as joy. All right, and that's what you're supposed to do. Count it all as joy. All right, because at the end of the day, the Lord is coming back for his men. And he was the one that was put to death, all right? And came back and to show us, man, the guidelines of how we're supposed to, conduct ourselves in that manner, all right? But let's keep going. Acts chapter 5 and verse 35, it says, and said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. For before these days rose up, it says, for these days rose up, Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody. See that? And that's the scriptures tell you, don't do that, man. The scriptures tell you, let another man's mouth praise you. And you got a lot of men claiming, yo, we're men of the Lord, and they just setting themselves up for failure. That's why the apostles taught us, man, you got to say the hopeful elect, man. You gotta hope to be on that shit, man. You know, that's having faith. You know, and that's some great faith. You know, scriptures say, man, many are called, few are chosen. Some people they don't grasp that aspect. All right, but anyway, let's keep going. It says, for before these days rose up that Theodos, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught. Just keep going. Check it out. It says, after this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and they're still doing that to us this day, taxing the hell out of us, man. You know, how you go to work, right? This is a little fast rant. You know, how you go to work, you know, some men 5 days, some men 4, some all week 7, which I know a lot of Ephraimites, you know, that own them stores, Simeon, that own them stores in the hoods and all that. Issachar, I believe, some of them own stores in the hood and all that, man. They got to work 7 days a week, you know, so they get no time off. Just try to make a living here in Babylon, then they send the money back to their country, if you will, the land that they think they're from, but, you know, but they're busting ass, so they're still underneath of this slavery, and they're still underneath the taxing. All right, and Judas was around that time. You know, Judas Iscariot, he was around that time, and that's the reason why I'm doing this lesson, because the suffering. Let's remember that when up and coming times is coming for suffering, because Yahweh Shai, he had his doctrine, he had his he preached, right, daily, every single day, and he still was put up to be put to death. All right, but he did nothing wrong. But check it out. Let's keep going, man, because this is, you know, this a beautiful topic. Lord's willing, is edifying. I pray it is. All right, but it says verse 37, it says, after this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of taxing, and drew away much people after him. So he was taken away from the doctrine. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. You see that? So it was brought to naught. You know, so everything that we're doing, you know, Lord's willing, through the Spirit, we be a part of that number. You know, the Lord delivers us, man. All right. But then anybody that believe in a dead doctrine, guess what? You're gonna follow after Judas, man. You see what happened to him? He was the one. He was the nagger of the group, right? That it says, Acts 5 and 38. It says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will be brought to naught. That's right. So everything that they trying to bring, you know, that they really want to bring against us, and they talking shit, hoping that everything that we're saying is false, but it's not. You know, the Lord is actually bringing it to fruition, man, and making it happen. All right. So if this thing was of men, then it would be brought to naught, so it would be nothing. But it's being as though that is not, you know, that the Lord, he has that thing, you know, he has it put together for us perfectly. You know, his perfect will be done. You know, it's never going to be brought to naught, man. Never forget that. All right. I hope I ain't rambling. But let's keep going. And honestly, and just like them Black Panthers and all that, that's why you got these different agencies they want to tap into. Yasharala, try to make it seem like it's just another facade or another fad, or just like another Islamic movement. No, it's none of that, man. This is really Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arachak Wadash, making these moves and bringing his people again into freedom. All right, liberating his people from this place that we're in, where we were bought to serve slavery. You know, you can't have Israel in slavery for so long, man. All right, it's not going to work. All right, you're only condemning yourselves when you do things like that, and you think that you're higher than the Lord. But yo, and the reason, like I'm telling you, that you have to understand these things to deal with the everyday aspects. Just know that the Lord, everything is on His time. He's coming back, man. Believe that. All right. He put His only begotten Son through the suffering and everything. You know, He put His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, through the suffering and pain and all that. You know, to show us. Anyway, let's keep going. Forgive me. It says, but if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it. That's right. Least happily ye be found, even to fight against the Most High, and that's what they're about to do. That's why they got the space forces. You know, the satellites, the NASA. You know, and they was lying to the people because they know that we was under these curses, still under them, but the Lord is lifting them, and they was trying to continue to keep us under them. And yo, if my live get shut off, forgive me. I'm gonna hop back on because I know they've been effing with it, and they've been effing with a lot of brothers' lives. You know, shutting them off in the middle of them speaking. You know, because they know, hey, brothers are telling the truth. Anyway, let's keep going. It says, verse 40. All right, it says, a matter of fact, you go to Revelations as well. I think it's the 18th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to say nothing wrong, so forgive me. But I know it talks about the war in heaven. Going back to 39th verse in Acts 5 and 39, because that's what they're going to try to do anyway. All right, it says, and to him they agreed. And when they had called the apostles and beaten them, you see that? Check it out. The suffering and the hate of these people. Now listen to this. All right. It says, and beating them, they commanded them, Salak, they commanded that they should not speak in the names of Yahushua and let them go. All right. So when you go up further, you know, Acts the 5th chapter is a beautiful chapter, man. All right. But when you really read it, it's telling you, man, they ain't want them apostles to speak in the name of Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you know, because that was cutting that money, you know. And they saw Yahweh Shai there, and he was in the flesh. You know, the Lord sent His only begotten Son in the flesh, and He still was rejected. So when you get rejected for this doctrine, listen, don't even sweat it. Because these things gotta happen, man. You know? It was ordained from the beginning. All right. It says, yo, when you see stuff like that, you should know, man. Salakia, you better laugh. Laugh at the devil, man. All right. Laugh at these devils. Because they're angry. You know? You just keep serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rakakodas, and know what you were taught from the apostles and others of Great Millstone. All right, that 100% truth, not no other, men coming trying to make a name for themselves with, which we was just reading about, men trying to make names for themselves. The Lord came on the spirit of no reputation. All right, let's keep going. Acts 5 and 41, because they don't want us to speak in His name, because they know His name has power. All right, they saw, the Romans. Back then, when they put Him on the cross and He gave up the ghost, yeah, you heard me right. He gave up the ghost. They didn't kill Him. He gave up the ghost, man. Them dudes thought they had some type of authority over Yahweh Shai. You kidding me, man? But Yahweh Shai is just so much in. He's so much in our order, man. All right. They ain't had no power over Him. Like I said, I'm gonna always keep saying this, man. They gave us power to tread snakes, man. Tread over snakes. How about that, man? All right. It says, and they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing. See that? Rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for His name. Now, how many people could say that they willing to do that? Yo, let's suffer shame for His name. He did it, you know, and we got to follow suit. If the Lord ain't make you built for that, it ain't going to happen. All right? It ain't going to happen. You're just going to be just another nigga, you know, in Babylon and false. All right, it says, And daily in the temple and in every house, they cease not to teach and to preach Yahushua HaMashiach. And that's right. You telling me, yo, my mom used to tell me when I was a kid, you know, she said, yo, it still tickles me. Because she told me, she's like, if I tell you not to do something, you're going to do it anyway. So I might as well tell you to do it so you don't do it. You know? So they was better off telling them to teach in the name of Yahweh, why Yahweh shot, or Yahweh, you know, because that's what he was teaching them. And he was teaching that, you know, he was just, you know, the only begotten son. You know? But nah, and the apostles, they taught the same thing. So if the Romans really ain't want them to teach in that day, they should have told them to teach in it. You know? Because you tell Jake something, they're not listening to you. Jake is stiff-necked. Especially, you got to be stiff-necked for the right reasons, man, the right ways. All right? The right doctrine. Be stiff-necked for the truth, man. All right? Don't be stiff-necked for no lies. But if you be stiff-necked for some lies, guess what, man? It's not going to look too good for you. All right? So let's go ahead. Let me see if I can get this in the NLT. I know this data on this phone is kind of low, so we want to see if it works. Oh, okay. Call on y'all by send me outside. Let's go here. I believe where we was at. Here we go. Con. Let's go here. This is Acts chapter 5, and let's start at verse 32. All right, I'm gonna read this straight through, and this is an NLT. All right, Acts chapter 5, verse 32. It says, "We are witnesses of these things, and so is the Holy Spirit, who is given by the Most High to those who obey Him." You see that? It's given by the Most High to those who obey Him. All right, so you gotta obey His voice. His sheep hear His voice. So you got men that want to buck up against the truth when they hear it. I don't care who you are, man. You buck up against the truth, and because the Lord is not dealing with you, you're like an enemy, man. You're an enemy to the Lord, man. And He's going to deal with you accordingly. Let's keep reading. All right, because men, they're scared, man. They really talk that good one. It's like a nigga in the street. You meet a nigga in the street, he tough dude. Yeah, I do this. He go crazy, right? But then as soon as it really goes down, when it's time to when it's all said and done, it's time to go down for the go down. He's nowhere to be found, man. That's a lot of these men in His word, man. You know, they've been talking on the streets, barking, doing this and this and that. But hey, at the end of the day, when it comes down, they're going fold, man. All right. But and they wasn't fit to suffer for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Ba'ashem Arachakodash. At the end of the day. Anyway, let's keep going. Where we at? Verse 32, it says, "We are witnesses of these things, and so is the Holy Spirit." All right? So is the Holy Spirit, who is given to the Most High to those who obey Him. When they heard this, the High Council was furious and decided to kill them. All right, so when we speak this word, that's the scriptures tell you, you got to count the cost, man. All right, when I think it's Sirach, it says, "My son, when I come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." All right, because the Lord, hey man, we're being tempted constantly, man. You got to constantly endure these things, man. All right. And at the end of the day, the Lord chooses us. We're called, but if He chooses us, there's no you're going to be all right. Check it out. Verse, they want to kill you for teaching this, man. Because why? When you're telling the truth, you're dissecting all their lies. All right? Forgive me, man. I know I'm probably rambling a little bit, so forgive me for that. I still got a lot of scriptures up here. If anybody got scriptures watching, feel free to, throw them up. Lord's willing. All right. But that's pertaining to the topic. All right. verse 33. Again, all right, it says, when they heard this, the high council was furious and decided to kill them. You know, uh, verse 34. See, God, they want to kill you, man. Just know that. All right, that's what type of how they say it, a job description. That's a part of the job description. You know, when you sign up for this thing, you know what the Lord signs you up for it. All right. But let's keep going. It says, verse 34, it says, but one member, a Pharisee named Gamaliel, who was an expert in religious law and respected by all the people. See, and that's why the Lord told us, woe to them that speak, basically speak highly of you. All right. Because we're going to be hated. We have to suffer. A lot of people spoke highly of Yahweh Shai, but then a lot of people spoke ill of him. You know, because they didn't believe who he said he was. And that's why their children are in the situation that they're in now. All right, so check it out. Let's keep going. It says, stood up and ordered that the men be sent outside the council chamber for a while. Now they had to make their decision. All right, it says, then he said to his colleagues, men of Israel, take care what you are planning to do to these men. All right. You know, because at this time they was, basically plotting to put the men to death and all that. All right. But this man, he told him, like, yo, you better, you gotta dig what you're about to do or what you think you're going to do. It says, some time ago, there was that fellow Theudas who pretended to be someone great. See that? Pretended to be someone great. And we're at the time of exposure. About 400 others joined him, but he was killed, and all his followers went their various ways. The whole movement came to nothing. All right, and that's what these devils is banking on. They're praying that they're praying on your downfall, and they're praying that you're telling false heresies and damnable doctrines, man. But you got a lot of men, that do that. You know, they plugged in with these alphabet guys because they can't suffer. All right, and the suffer, man, is, hey, man, you gotta give up a whole lot. All right, but when you give up a whole lot, what you think is a whole lot is really something small to what the Lord has already in store for you. All right, check it out. Let's keep going. It says, after him, at the time of the census, there was Judas of Galilee. He got people to follow him, but he was killed too, and all his followers were scattered. You see that, man? They were all scattered. And no, you look, and we're in the book of Acts now, so you look at all these other churches and you tell me who's telling the truth and who's lying to you. Who is being scattered. And matter of fact, check this out. How many heads of their churches were put to death? And after they were put to death, the congregation was scattered. And not saying that every man that was that's in the truth, that died in the truth was false. But just look at the men that's around them. All right. Let me check it out. It says, so my advice is leave these men alone. Let them go. If they are planning and doing these things merely on their own, it will soon be overthrown. That's right. And that's what these devils hope. They hope that we're talking about, and we're not planning anything. All right. But they hope that everything that we say is going to be brought to naught. All right. Check it out. Let's keep going. It says, but if it is from the Most High, you will not be able to overthrow them. You may even find yourselves fighting against the Most High. Dig it. That's all they're doing. The others accepted his advice. They called in the apostles and had them flogged, beaten. All right. It says, then they ordered them never again to speak in the name of Yahushua, and they let them go. The apostles left the high council, rejoicing that the Most High had counted them worthy to suffer disgrace for the name of Yahushua. All right. That's the best way to do. All right, it says, and every day in the temple and from house to house, they continue to teach and preach this message. Yahushua is the Messiah. All right. Them people ain't believe that. All right. So that's why, hey, man, this thing is deadly serious. Let's go here real fast. Let's go back in the book of Acts. We're going to go to chapter 9. And it's all about the suffering, all right? Let's start at verse 13. All right, this is Acts chapter 9, verse 13. It says, then Ananias answered, Lord, I have heard by many of this man, how much evil he had done to thy saints at Jerusalem. And here he hath authority from the chief priests to bind all that call on thy name. But the Lord said unto him, go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the Gentiles and kings and the children of Israel. For I will shew him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake. All right, so the Lord, hey, man, we got all those examples in the scriptures. All right, to see the sufferings of the men of the Lord, man, and everything that they had to go through. So this is very, I don't want to say dangerously, but this is highly serious, man. All right, this is your life. All right, this the only way out of this thing, man, and this life is death. How they say in the mob, the Kostra Nostra. Now, the only way out of this thing is salvation, or death here in Babylon, man. You would want to get salvation, but that death, you're gonna rise again. You're gonna come back in the kingdom, man. All right, but right now you will want salvation. The only way out of this thing, spirit world. All right, that's why the Lord told you, be faithful until death, and He will give you a crown of life. All right. Let's go ahead, Romans 8. And 8 and 34. This is one of my favorites. All right. It says, who shall lay 33, Salakia. This is Romans 8 and 33. It says, who shall lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect? All right. It is the Most High that justifieth. Who is he that condemneth? It is Hamashiach that died. Yea, rather that is risen again. You see that? Yea, rather that is risen again. Who is even at the right hand of the Most High, who also maketh intercession for us. Who shall separate us? All right. From the love of Hamashiach, shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. All right, and that's what we are. Because look at everything they got coming. Now, as I look to my right-hand side, I see all these, it look like caskets, but I mentioned in another video. They look like caskets, but they're not. But that's what's coming. That's what it reminds me of, mass death. And you got to be prepared for that, man. Like a soldier. A good soldier, man, is prepared to fight the whole battle. You have casualties of wars. You have you have captors. You have what they call them. What's their name? POW. That's it. POW. Prisoners of war. Right now we're prisoners, man. We're waiting to be released. Which Yahushua is coming to do that. All right, verse 37, it says, nay, in all things We are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of the Most High, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua our Lord. All right? So you got to be buckled down, man. Stay in the faith, man. All right? It's nothing else but that. That's all we have, man. All right? Let's go here real quick. 2 Corinthians chapter 1:7. Just go right to the point. It says, And our hope of you is steadfast, knowing that as ye are partakers of the sufferings, so shall ye be also of the consolation. All right, the prize, man. All right. So, you gotta suffer. Don't get it twisted. And that's the Lord's just balance. All right, you're going to suffer, then he's going to give you, because look what Yahushua did. Look at everything that he went through, right? Read about it. Just read the gospel. All right, and right after that, then you go into the Acts. And the Acts is what, man? The actions of the apostles after the Lord, went back to the spirit world, and it gave them the tools that they needed. So yes, they're the next ones that are up and coming to be the leaders, the first fruits of the new world to come, which is the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Arachakwadash. All right, contrary to what anybody says here in Babylon, this place is done. It's not looking too good for Babylon. As me and the brother used to say. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 23. All right. Same thing, right to the point. It says, Are they ministers of Hamashiach? I speak as a fool. I am more, and labors more abundant and shalakit, more abundant in stripes above measure, and prisons more frequent and deaths oft. Suffering. Some men gonna be thrown up in the can, so to speak, man. Some men gonna be put to death, man. But count it all joy. All right, count it all joy. I know that Yahweh Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Arachakwadash is dealing. These things must happen. That's what we have to go through to make it to the kingdom. Lord's willing, we'll be a part of that number. But this the bitter. You got that sweet. You eat that roll, you eat the whole roll. So when you first eat the roll, you're gonna get, I'm an Israelite, I'm this. Yeah, that's the good part. But what about the suffering, which men can't go through? A lot of men they don't want to suffer. All right, but the lift weights and everything, your muscles have to suffer to get stronger. All right. But let's keep going. Let's go into 2 Corinthians chapter, forgive me. Philippians chapter 3, verse 10, right to it. It says, matter of fact, start at verse 9. Matter of fact, verse 8. This is Philippians chapter 3, verse 8. It says, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahushua, my Lord, for whom I have suffered loss of all things. See that? Suffered loss of all things. And do count them but dung, that I may win Hamashiach. And you go into the word dung. What's dung? Shit. All right? We count our lives as shit, man. Everything that we get here, except for the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Arachakwadash. All right? It's the greatest thing you can get here. All right. Let's keep going. Verse 9. It says, And be found in him, not having mine own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Hamashiach, that righteousness which is of the Most High by faith, that I may know him and the power of his resurrection, and the fellowship of his sufferings, being made comfortable unto his death. All right? Damn. That's heavy. Matter of fact, let's get that in the NLT real quick. All right. What's that? I think it was 8 we started at. It's Philippians chapter 3, verse 8. Says, yes, everything else is worthless. You see that? Everything else is worthless compared with the infinite value of knowing Hamashiach Yahushua, my Lord. Damn. Bottom line. Hey, everything else is worthless, man. All right? Because the Lord forsook everything here. You know, and we do that for what? To store up your treasures in heaven. You know? We do that to store up our treasures in heaven. All right, hold on. Let's put another one in a timeout room. Devils is relentless, man. You can't win. But it says, verse 9, it says, and became one with him. I no longer count on my own righteousness, though obeying the law, rather I become righteous through faith in Hamashiach. For the Most High's way of making us right with himself depends on faith. All right? It depends on faith, man. All right? Not on any other, anything else. It depends on faith. As it tells you in the book of Hebrews, without faith, it's impossible to please him. All right? This says, verse 11, it says, so that one way, or rather I will experience the resurrection from the dead. All right? So, God, I said, hey, man, Khan, that's beautiful. One way or another, we're going to experience it, man. All right? And we want to, you rather be on the righteous side, man. All right? I'm just put it just like that. All right, so let's go here. A couple more scriptures. We get up out of here. This is 2 Timothy, forgive me, chapter 2 and 12. All right. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 12. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 9. All right, 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9, it says, wherein I suffer trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds, but the word of the Most High is not bound. You can't bound that up. All right, you can't tie it up. None of that. It's free. It says, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sakes. Because the elect is suffering, just like Yahushua had to suffer, man. All right. You're a part of that number. You're going to suffer. You're going to go through some things, man. All right. This ain't no cakewalk. He just, I know Jesus, and I'm saved, and now everything's good. Nah, it don't work like that, man. All right, remember what Jeremiah said, man. When he ate the roll, man, his mouth, it was, I believe it was Jeremiah said, when he ate the roll, it was sweet in his mouth, and when he get his belly, it was bitter. All right, it's a bittersweet thing. All right, this is 2 Timothy 2, and going back to verse 10, it says, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sakes, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahushua with eternal glory. All right, so hey, check it out. Verse 11, it says, it is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. All right, so you gotta be dead to this world, man. Suffer. The hell is so great about this world? What's so great about this place? You just want to enjoy it so much. Yeah, we know we're Israelites, but that's just the beginning. Now the suffering comes, because the suffering, you're going to suffer, whether you believe it or not, and it's for the Lord's sake. But hey, the judgment is coming, and a lot of you people that's comfortable, man, you're going to suffer dearly, man. All right. I'm telling you, this ain't gonna be no, y'all, you don't know, you people have no clue what's coming to you, man. Even you damn scoffers, you devils, man. Your kingdom, when your kingdom falls, you're gonna have to try to defend it. But, it's already done, because you fighting against the one that gave you the go ahead to have this kingdom, and you abused it. You know, you abused it. So guess what happens after that? The Lord comes back to give it back to the rightful owners of this place. All right. Well, take your kingdom down and give us our land back, what you stole from us. All right. But we got to suffer for that. Okay. And suffering is good because that's building up your character, your strength. So you're able to how would you say that? Decipher things better. You have a clearer head, you know, and you just go by the scriptures, man. All right. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and 12, it says, if we suffer, we shall also reign with him. You see that? If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. That's plain and simple. So that's why you're supposed to, hey, man, power that made this whole place, everything that's around you comes from him that you see. So why wouldn't you want to please a power like that, man? You know, suffer with him so you'll reign with him. And his kingdom is a world without end. So if you want to rule here in this place, you're gonna drown right with it. Check it out. It says, if we believe not, yet he abideth faithful. He cannot deny himself. Damn! Says he cannot deny himself. And that's why when he told, I believe, Moses, he swore on himself, man. He swore on himself because it was no greater thing to swear on. So he said, he said basically like, word to me. That's my word, you know? And he hasn't lied to us. He hasn't lied to us. He never will lie to us. All right? So the hell with what people say. Let's go to James chapter 5. Go right to the point, verse 10. All right, it says, take my brethren the prophets, who have spoken in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. All right, so every man that did this work, they had to suffer. Just like the Lord. No servant is greater than his master. Check it out. It says, behold, we count them happy, which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job. Damn. You have heard of the patience of Job and have seen the end of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is very pitiful and of tender mercy. But above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by the earth, neither by any other oath. But let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. You should fall into condemnation. All right, so you gotta, and listen, in this word, you gotta just tell the truth. You know, you gotta tell the truth, and for the truth's sake, you're gonna suffer, man. That's just a part of the game, man. This is a part of the game. All right. Which would you say? Mama never told me it'd be days like this. Well, the scriptures told you it's gonna be days like this, man. You know, when you come into it. And just keep reading, keep the faith, all right? And learn from your ancestors. I'll say it again, it was written 4 times for I learn and for I understand it, all right? Check it out. Let's go here to 1 Peter 2:20. It says, for what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently. But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with the Most High. All right. So when you going through something that you know you did wrong on, you take it patiently. Okay, cool. No doubt. You're supposed to, because you know you did wrong. But now, when you teaching the words, the Lord's word, and you're following the law, statutes, and commandments here in Babylon to the best of your ability, not wavering, and you suffer for that, the Lord is pleased, because Yahweh Shai, he had to suffer the same things. I'm gonna keep saying it, man. The Lord, he sent his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, for his elect's sake. Start with his elect, all right? Then you got your 1/3. Okay? But yo, just know, man, you suffering humiliation, depression, things like that in Babylon. Yo, just know that your ancestors went through the same thing. You know, the ones that truly love Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Arachak that really want them to come back and is really trying to make it out of here, man. All right, they're gonna suffer those things because they're not happy. You know, why would you be happy in a place that's oppressing you? You're crazy if you think like that, man. You know, you better, hey man, you better do some soul searching if you think like that. And here's the last scriptures, 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 14, going right to the point. All right, check it out, Khan. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 14. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 13. It says, "And who is he that will harm you, if ye be followers of that which is good?" Damn. Let's read that again. It says, "And who is he that will harm you, if ye be followers of that which is good?" I'm going to read that again. "And who is he that will harm you, if ye be followers of that which is good?" All right, so you don't got nothing to worry about. I keep trying to tell y'all the same thing over and over because it's in the scriptures. All right, check it out. It says, "But and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye. And be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. But sanctify Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua power in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear." All right? You know? So, yo, we going, Lord's willing, this is edifying, man. But, hey, Lord's willing to be a part of that number. You know, we'll be heirs with him. You know? Say we're going to be caught up to meet him. Caught up to meet him in the air, man. And to serve with him, man. All right? So, Lord's willing, you know, this lesson was edifying. You know, it made sense. You got something out of it. So with that, to the next lesson, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem Arachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of great millstone, to us is truth, honors and salutations to the elect, to the men that died doing the work, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, the shall of us first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahushai, he's to deliver, because he's come to deliver us to this captivity that we're in. Hey, Shalom, the Pasha. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Arachak Wadash Barakadah. That, I'm going to say Mawafa Baba Ball, Kwam Yasharala, Shalom.